Okay, so here is a speech that Trump did in Pennsylvania Saturday. Okay.
American patriots, that's what you are. With your help, we're going to win Pennsylvania. We're going to defeat crooked Joe Biden, and we're going to make America great again.
Now, he had just started this speech here.
Sir, I said, that's okay. Land anywhere.
Oh boy. Not right now for me, though.
Thank you very much. You know, the pilot said it's too windy to land, sir. I said, that's okay. Land anywhere. We have no choice. It's windy out here. It's windy, but it's beautiful. It's Pennsylvania. It's our place. I'm thrilled to be back in this beautiful Commonwealth with thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots. That's what you are. With your help, we're going to win Pennsylvania. We're going to defeat crooked Joe Biden, and we're going to make America great again.
I hate him on prompter.
Before going any further, I want.
So he says, "Yeah, we're gonna win and fuck Joe Biden and all that." And this is a 1 hour, 8-minute speech. And this is how he starts out his speech. And he's reading the prompter. And this is very important. Keep your eye on this guy right here, behind him with the sunglasses and the beard.
I want to say God bless the people of Israel. They're under attack right now.
Okay, what has been going on in Gaza? What has been going on in Syria? What just went on in Russia? Why are we defending this fucking country constantly? What have they done to help us? Ever? They stole a piece of land via a decree in the late 40s, and they basically started killing and shoving people off their land and homes for decades and decades and decades right now. And here we are in the 21st century, and we're still fucking with this shit. I'm done with it. Really, I am so serious. And why? I think we know why. It's blackmailing and money that keeps people saying the following, and it's the RNC. I guess this guy that's in charge of the RNC right now is a real piece of shit too. I haven't been following it. I've had some health trouble relative to my accident. All right.
Now that's because we show great weakness. This would not happen. The weakness that we've shown. And before going any further, I want to say God bless the people of Israel. They're under attack right now.
Right. This guy's shaking his head no, and I'm hearing people in the crowd going, no.
That's because we show great weakness. This would not happen. The weakness that we've shown is unbelievable, and it would not have happened if we were in office.
And by the way, this shit with Iran, Israel went in and just haphazardly bombed their consulate, which is right next to their embassy in Syria. Iran hasn't started a war with anyone in like 240 years or something like that. I think. Forgive me if I'm wrong. These nations are just trying to live in peace. But they've been made to look like the boogeyman. The US has to have a boogeyman, and they create the groups. In order to go in there and lay the groundwork to take over the governments and to take over the people, essentially. And let's continue on. Keep your eye on this man right here.
You know that. They know that. Everybody
No, we don't know that. We don't know that, Trump.
knows that. But America prays for Israel. We send our absolute.
No, we don't. I don't pray for a country that actually fucking hates you, dude. They hate you. They don't like you. They don't support you. And for some reason, you feel in order to get elected again, you need to kiss their ass. But all you're going to do is turn people like me off. Why the hell should I bust my ass? And I'm not early voting. That's not even going to go anywhere here. That's a load of shit. Early voting. And in my life, I've never heard of it before. Up until the past few elections. I'm like, early voting? What the fuck is that? You know? Used to have absentee ballots. If you go back to even the 2000 election, no one was out early voting. My mother-in-law was very ill and could not go to the polls. I mean, she was essentially in hospice. And the people here are so crooked. Just to give you guys a flavor of what Wisconsinites are, especially in Milwaukee and Dane County, her daughters were all voting Lib. And she called me up and she said, I've got my absentee ballot and I want you to come over and sit down with me. I want you to fill it out and I want you to mail it. And then I want you to bring me a sign for my yard. So I did everything she asked me to. And brought her the sign, and her daughters took it out of her yard and threw it away. She called me up a few days later. She said, can you bring another sign, please? To their mother who was dying and in hospice. She actually had a tumor in her throat. And when she's, oh, Colin, can you do this for me? And she's huffing and puffing and shit on oxygen. I'm like, sure. So I went and got another one for her. And this is how vicious these people are. She told me, she said, I don't even trust them that they'd mail it. And I said, really? And she said, yeah, really. I mean, a mother knows her daughters, right? That's what we're dealing with here. You need people like me that'll wait in line with a bunch of libs. Let's go.
Absolute support to everyone in harm's way. This is an attack that would not have happened.
He's like, no, I'm not supporting them.
I mean, to think about what we have to go through and the things we put up with the border, with no energy independence, with all electric cars. Would everybody like to buy an electric car?
And then he goes to electric cars.
Ugh. For the rest of you.
It's just not going to happen right now anyway, Trump. This was the worst speech I ever heard him give.
But we will return the world to peace through strength, and it'll happen very quickly. I will revive American strength abroad, and we will restore American strength at home. We were respected 4 years ago all over the world. Today,
you can tell they're hatching something right here.
We are considered a joke. It's not going to be for long. Believe me, it's not going to be for long. We will quickly rebuild the greatest economy in the history of the world like we had it just 4 years ago. It was just announced that inflation is once again raging. It's close to 4% again. Here we go.
4%. It's more like 25. Come on. I just refuse to pay certain prices for certain items. So I just am not, like, this is the worst thing for me. I'm just not buying shit. I buy a few items that I know will last me a long time. And then I buy my produce and stuff at the organic store because I won't even eat the fucking food that they're putting out. I mean, you can go to fucking Walmart and it costs like $7-8 for a damn jar of peanut butter. And I don't eat a lot of peanut butter. I have it on hand. I make smoothies with it, with yogurt and stuff. That'll do. And I've got, the powder and all that. Yeah, I know. And it's actually clean organic stuff that I'm buying right now. And I feel better when I eat organic, All right, now watch the sky right here. Sorry for that.
When I left office, we had virtually no inflation. First of all, Crooked Joe, he claimed inflation was transitory. Remember that? Then he said it was temporary. Then he said it won't happen. It really won't happen. And then he said, well, it's much higher than expected. And then the supply chains closed. And then the energy went through the roof.
He's looking at something here.
Putin.
So someone in the group showed him something on the phone.
Putin, they called it Putin price hikes. It wasn't only
I think he realizes he's on camera.
Putin. It was Putin and plenty of other.
I like Putin. A smart man.
Other things that Biden got wrong because, frankly, with Putin, Ukraine would have never happened. Israel attack both October.
Okay. There are many questions about the October 7th thing because Israel uses the Hannibal Directive. Okay? And we still can't figure out exactly what happened. By the way, why does Israel get to have nuclear weapons and refuses to have weapons inspectors come in? Why is that? Because they're chosen and they can do whatever they want?
October 7th and today would have never happened. Then he blamed price.
Load of shit, dude.
Price gouging and junk.
He's still reading the prompter. Never would have happened. Well, most likely because you wouldn't have supplied them with all the weapons and shit. Because all this shit's being hatched with Anthony Blinken and Avril Haines and Victoria Nuland was a big factor. But she's quitting. Did she leave yet? Okay.
Junk fees, but all of America knows that the real blame for this nightmare lies with one person, Crooked Joe Biden, as crooked as you can get. That's why the people of Pennsylvania are going to tell Crooked Joe, you're fired, get out, you're
Watch this guy, he's ready to go.
fired. One of the leading drivers of Biden's inflation disaster is his war on American energy, and Pennsylvania energy is a big problem.
Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe!
Watch him. His handlers are telling him to follow the prompter, so he's looking at his handlers.
Genocide Joe!
Now watch what he's saying.
Genocide Joe!
They're not right.
He's like, they wanted Trump to talk over these guys. And he looked at them and he said, no, they're not ready, which I like. Now watch.
Joe! Genocide Joe!
They're not wrong. They're not wrong. He's done everything wrong. Think.
Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe!
They're not.
These two are my heroes. So then, one more time.
Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe!
They're not right.
You're not ready.
Genocide Joe!
I think he said you're not ready.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong.
Okay. He might have said they're not wrong or they're not ready for him to continue. Either one. He says they're not wrong.
He's done everything wrong. Think of it. We've been in this mess together for 3.
Trump, you have to understand that we're awake out here. We're not just all the Sebastian Gorka, Ben Shapiro, Daily Wire, Sean Hannity, and Mark Levin. Chosen people. No, we're not all like that. Many of us are very awake. Now, these guys do look or have the same appearance as the Palestinian/Arabic men in my area. They don't bother me. Or they never have. I could go on a tirade about my conversations where, yeah, they are not into that false state. They're whatever. Okay. I can't talk about that experience on YouTube. So they probably have family over there. Maybe. Okay.
They're not wrong.
He says they're not wrong. They're not wrong.
Not wrong. He's done everything wrong.
And they're getting into it because they don't like what's happening to their country back home, or they don't like the people that are doing this shit. And they think Trump is going to change the situation, which I'm hoping he would.
Wrong. Think of it. We've been in this mess together for 3.5 years.
And they're getting into it. So here's the point.
Only a little more than 6 months until that.
What is it with these guys not having eyelashes, Biden and Trump? Or what do they do? Here's the deal. You can't be saying, let's pray for Israel, and then tell the people that clearly are calling Joe Biden
Most important day.
A genocide Joe, which he is. He's completely one is completely different from the other. If he says they're not wrong, okay, and he goes on and on about Israel during this speech. If you continue to do this, Donald J. Trump, I will not vote for you. As of right now. Now, I have 6 months. That could change. But as of right now, I will not. Okay. I guess there's nothing more for me to say.
Both October 7th and today would have.
The Iron Dome, we're not even really sure. I think if you go to South Front, you can find information on the latest reports, which I checked today. And there were at least either 4 or 5, I believe, sites hit. But the Iron Dome took most of them out. But it was more like a warning. Sort of like, don't you fucking ever think about attacking Iran. Because they did. They went in and killed their main general. There's an RT report on that. Where I was reading. One of the strike, Israel went into and just started bombing the consulate in Iran. Iran retaliated. Don't you fucking ever do that again. And we're now supposed to pray for them? No. Okay, I guess I'm finished. So